Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to the Oracle of the Light channel. It's so lovely to see you all today. Hope you're all keeping well. But before we begin, first of all, let me welcome all my new subscribers. So, hello, all my new subscribers, and welcome back to all my lovely viewers that are coming back to watch some more videos as well. I do appreciate that. And don't forget, before we begin, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and do subscribe below. It's free to subscribe, and it really does mean so much to us. It really, really does. It's lovely to see you all today, everyone. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend and everything. It's a weekend at the moment here. And yet we got the sun shining as well, so we might be cutting our grass soon. We'll see. So I also have to say today's show is for entertainment purposes only, just so you are aware of that. So the title of today's show is The Chaos of R.F. Kennedy. I'm giving a tarot and oracle card reading. So let's just remind ourselves a little bit of history of R.F. Kennedy. First of all, he went to Kamala Harris, wishing to join the cabinet, but Kamala said thanks, but no thanks, and refused him. And then following that, he then went to Felon 45 and said, could I join your cabinet? At which point he said, of course you can. No problem at all with you or what the things you peddle or anything like that. So he then joined up into Felon's circle. And then recently, he's also been in the news. R.F. Kennedy has recently been in the news, and there's been mixed reports about how his programs are going anyway. So just a little bit of information. I will put a link to some of these as well through IHIP News, by the way, which there'll be a link in the description. You can to IHIP News that report on the details as well. So R.F. Kennedy recently has had an autism rant in which he said, autism destroys families. He says they are kids that will never pay taxes, never hold a job. He says some other things. He also says they will never write a poem. And this is just utter rubbish, to be frank. I've known many autistic people. I've done a lot of work with autistic people. And in actual fact, autistic people can have incredible minds. Like they can blow our minds out the water. Their abilities they hold. To be able to focus and to be able to do these particular things. And let's be honest, we are all on the autistic spectrum somewhere, you know, really, I think I'm on it somewhere anyway. And so what he's saying about this holding people back and they'll never pay taxes, never hold a job, it's rubbish, you know, it's absolute rubbish. As I say, I believe we're all on the spectrum somewhere, and I believe that everyone has their own abilities. We should never look at people's disabilities, but we should always look at people's abilities, and we'll discover that many of us have our own abilities which other people can't do, and that's what it's all about, you know. He also in the past some of his other health things that he's done, he stopped recommended fluoride in the water as well. And also I got this from the BBC. They reported that measles cases have picked up in America as the health secretary R.F. Kennedy promotes unproven treatments. So the measles cases have upped in America since he's come in with these unproven treatments and things like that. So yeah, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on, particularly around R.F. Kennedy. And I haven't done a video on him yet, so I thought it would be quite interesting to open up to see what the cards say. I'm going to be using the Cosmic Tarot cards, but I'm also going to be using the Oracle of the Light cards. And of course, we do know that all readings are entertainment purposes only, of course. Also, as well, I was going to say, so the question, that's right. I was like thinking, what am I going to speak about now? So the question we're going to look at today is RFK damaging American society on the World Health stage? And that'll also give us a feel for how he's generally doing here. How is he doing it with his innings at the moment? I'm not entirely sure how well he's doing it, I'll be honest. But I always say, let's just see what those cards say, you know. Let me have a little sip of my cup of tea. Got a nice cuppa made by my beautiful husband. So let's get the cards out then. They keep them in this nice wooden box. Okay, so I should say I'm a medium and a psychic medium, and we must remember that all these readings are always, I'm tuning into the cards right now at this moment. Of course, things can change and things sometimes do always change, but let's just see. Just remember that I'm tuning into the cards at this moment. So it's quite special, really. But it is also interesting looking back on the cards as well to see what they say. So yeah, these are the Oracle of the Light cards. I do also read them upside down as well. In fact, I find with these readings, reading cards upside down is actually much more beneficial and opening, it opens up things up a bit. And also the cards I'm going to use. I'm going to draw 2 sets of cards out for this reading. So they're my Oracle of the, these are the Cosmic Tarot. And then these are the Oracle of the Light cards. This is the deck that me and my husband created. Even comes with a guidebook as well and everything. So I'm going to get 3 of these. We have found they are incredibly accurate as well. These cards get to the point. No messing. So I'm going to draw 3 tarot cards out first. I'm going to draw 6 cards out in total. And then we'll see what they have to say. Let me just do it this way. So I'm just shuffling them. I just do my best shuffling them. I put them forward and cut them a bit. And okay, so the question: is RFK damaging American society on the World Health stage? Let's ask the cards. Ooh, so that's jumped out to begin with. The Hierophant. Let's just put it down there. So we've got the Hierophant first, which is quite a telling card as well. I actually feel I'm going to do this separate than the other cards because it did jump out. But I do feel it's also telling us that he's been watched by a lot of people, but I feel like he's looking in the wrong places. It feels like you can see everyone looking at him when he should be looking at the audience. He's looking in another direction. And that to me is he's looking in the wrong places, it feels like. He's suggesting things like almost from the wrong places. He's got his eye off the ball, He's not looking at the people. I think he's looking at himself. Actually, I feel the reason why he's got the eye off the ball is because he comes off best when he spouts these things. He believes that he benefits out of it. Who is it benefit? Who is it that's benefiting out of these things that he's saying? It's him. I feel is a big thing with this, and he's certainly not looking at the people. His people aren't the focus. Do you see the people? It's standing in front of him there. The people aren't his focus. He likes to. I think this could almost be interestingly on the little card that I did for this video, like the card at the what would you call it? That little tile that you produce for the YouTube videos. I actually had him in front of Trump Tower, interestingly, and that does look like it could be like that kind of thing, and that's all about progression. He wants to move up the floors of that, but he's not there for the people. When you're someone that looks after people's health, you should be there for the people, when you're the health secretary, you should be there for the people, So I'm just going to leave that as a siding card almost that jumped out of the pack. And then we'll get the other cards. There we are. I love the table. So, all right, Ace of Pentacles, Death, and the Princess of Cups. Interesting. And I'm also going to get these cards now as well. The Oracle of the Light cards, Rising of the Phoenix, the Wiccan Pentacle. Wow, we got 2 pentacles. And the Light Within, upside down. Wow, this is amazing. We have 2 pentacles. So, pentacles mean money. Okay, let's just say that thing. So, so first of all, there's a big connection to money here with this reading. The Ace of Pentacles upside down. Interestingly, upside down, it represents the devil, actually. It's a sign of the devil upside down, which is why a lot of people fear the pentacle, because actually the pentacle is a good symbol when it's this way up. But when it's that way up, people think it means the devil. And I think in this case, it's meaning negativity. It's meaning I can't help coming to this conclusion that there's money behind things here. It's almost like that love of money. I think there's either been some payments behind the scene, or there's been some kind of like exchange of money, or some kind of exchange of something or other. That's because he's like towing the line, and it's that toeing the line. He kind of benefits here, you know. Everyone else suffers because you can see the floor with the rocks and the harsh sand. Everyone else is suffering, you know, but he's doing just fine. You'll notice in all of this, it feels like you'll notice that he comes out just fine, you know. And I think that that's what this card is representing. The intentions behind everything are not always the best intentions in that sense. I feel that's what this is about. Rising of the Phoenix. Phoenix is all to do with coming out of the ashes of the fire, you know. And the Rising of the Phoenix is very similar to the Death card, interestingly, because the Rising of the Phoenix is about rebirth and new life coming out of it. And I feel what this is about, though, is that it feels like people are going to be pushed very like, what would you say, challenging situations, to adverse conditions. People are going to be really pushed with some policies and with some decisions that he's taking, with some of these opinions that he's spouting, that are it's going to increase the suffering. This is very much, it is a suffering card, but it's a rising out of the ashes as well. But I think that this is to do with people rising up against things, you know. I feel that this is almost like people are going to have to get really close to the flames before they do anything, you know. And I think we're increasingly getting closer to the flames. It's feeling like things are getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And I think what this is saying about this is all because of these wrong intentions that are pushing people from all sides of the government here as well, from the president, from the health secretary, from the financial side of things, from the everything is all coming together as like one big negative, pushing people close to that flames, you know. And so I feel that that because this is also describing American society, and I feel like almost like we almost have to start again. This is the Death card. Is the death isn't the end. The Death card is a new beginning. Now, but I feel with this though, the Death card upside down, however, though, it does feel like that. Obviously, I'm getting the things close to the things are going to get really difficult. Things like it just, I do feel people need to start speaking up. People need to, because the longer that it's left, the more suffering there's going to be. And already I feel there's very much like a new beginning going to have to happen here. And I feel this card is also saying on the World Health stage, the American, what would you, the reputation almost is completely upended now and destroyed from what was there in the past, you know. So to get that back, he's going to need complete overhaul, complete. I mean, it's going to be a big thing, and this doesn't mean it can't be done. Remember, this just means, and the longer we leave this, the more things are going to be being changed here. And I think that this is all about, you know, literally the floor you walk on is going to be turned upside down, you know, and that's what this card is about, you know. So I feel what this card is, the Wiccan Pentacle. We got it again. So they put this the right way up this time, and I feel that this is very much like about the people having a new beginning here. We have to step up to the thing. We have to step in, you know, because it is, America is definitely seeming like a very dystopian place right now, you know, and almost like the Death card is very dystopian in a way, you know. And when it's upside down, it's more of the new beginning. A new beginning has to happen, but we don't want to get too close to the flames for that to happen, you know. Let's step in before we get burnt too much, and then state the right intentions. So the Wiccan Pentacle here is all to do with the right intentions. It's important we remember and hold on to the right intentions. Okay, that's what this card is all about. It's shouting from the hills, listen to me, you know. Listen to listen to those right intentions. Don't never lose hope with it. Okay, never lose hope. Okay, And that's what this card is shouting from the hilltops. You must listen. You can do this. Okay. Like the moonlight always shines every evening. And so you can always hold on to your good values and everything and everything like that, you know. So the Princess of Cups upside down. So like this card this way up is definitely holding the love in that cup. You see holding the love. Now the Princess of Cups is normally when it's this way up is like not looking at the love, more obsessed with himself. But this is all about, this is actually connecting to others card, I feel, in the sense of now's the time to almost lift your hands off that cup and let the light shine. And almost this is accompanying this card upside down. Now, the reason why the accompany is because this is all to do with shining lights out here. Okay, when you, the opposite from shining the light within is shining the light out there. So now is the time for people to connect. This is a big, these two cards together are about connecting. Okay. So the first of all, it's the opposite of holding your hand over a cup is to take it off the cup and let the air and everything breathe and shine out, you see. And then the light within is the light around us and the light, you know, that shining that light, you know. So this is very much, now is the time to shine your light. Now is the time to step into your power of your soul, to go, this is wrong and this is right. And it's right because we want to stop people from dying early. We want to stop people from suffering. And I want to stop that and never lose hope in that sense, you know. It's definitely a card of, also I do need to say things aren't going to be easy because I can see this dipped head. It just seems that things are going to be challenging, but let's not let them get too challenging. The sooner we step in, then the less challenging it's going to be. The longer we leave things, the more challenging it's going to be, you know. And yeah, this is very much step into your power, step into your light. You can do this. You know what you're doing with it. You know, have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in your heart, and go for it. You can do it. You know what's right. So that kind of brings us to the end of the reading. But what an interesting reading, and I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy the video, do give me a thumbs up. I do appreciate giving you the thumbs up to the videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. It's free to subscribe, and it really, really does make a difference. So listen, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care with lots of love and light. I will see you soon from the Oracle of the Light. Goodbye, everyone.